Now we are going to do for you what we call our Tenement Medley. Tenement Medley. It's you know what a medley is. Well, actually, I learned a new word in France. It's potpourri. Un potpourri. A medley, you know, like most medleys, like this is a medley. A medley is when you have like a whole group of songs that sort of, you take them to an arranger who is a very owlish kind of fellow, sort of a real, and he sits there and he has his horn rims on and he's very bright and he knows everything about music that you don't know. And he takes all these pieces of paper and he puts them together and all the songs sort of flow into one another, you know, and like Shirley Bassey always sings medleys, you know. And they end real big and they're real exciting, you know, especially when they get to the real big song like To Dream the Impossible Dream, you know, it gets very exciting. And real tacky, too. I tell you, we really broke our asses getting this little medley together here for you. We did. We scraped the bottom of the musical barrel. We did. But we only came up with 2 songs. Embarrassed by it, but I consider it a work of art nonetheless. So we will proceed. This is what we call our Tenement Medley. It conjures up hot town, summer in the city, back of my neck feeling dirty and gritty. Pin down, isn't it a pity? I forget the rest. Anyway, picture, if you will, a crumbling tenements, members of the third world strewn about the stoop, the smell of pizza wafting upon the air, the sound of thousands and thousands of cockroaches. That's cock-a-lock-ya to you. It's a wonderful word, cock-a-lock-ya. It's a wonderful word. I think it's a great word for an awful little creature. Did you ever see did you ever read that book, what was it called? It was called Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. Did you ever read that? Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. It's about a fellow who, it's the strangest thing, this fella, he turns into a cock-a-lock-ya. And his family, they won't even give him dinner. It's so sad, and he winds up on the floor, you know, on his back with his little legs up in the air, sort of like... And they won't even turn him over. Oh, it's the saddest. It's so sick. It is the sickest. The sickest. And I think it's over 100 years old or something like that, so you know they were real sick back then, too. Anyway, I was telling you, I am fascinated by stories and movies in which the human being turns into a creature. You know, I mean, I live in mortal fear that one day I will wake up and I will be a cock-a-lock-ya, you know? Well, I sort of have the hair going for me already as it is. In any event, once I saw this movie called The Fly. Did you ever see that movie? It's about this scientist who, you know, he fools around with his test tubes and stuff, and he turns into a fly. And in the last reel of the film, his voice has gone up 3 octaves, and he's screaming, "Help me! Help me! Help me! Help me!" Last week I saw one called The Thing with Two Heads. No, now wait a minute. Could it have been the head with 2 things? The thing that gave head. I mean, well, stop me when I hit one, would you please? In any event, the medley. Did we sing the medley yet? We didn't sing it yet, did we, girls? Oh, girls, I'm sorry. Come on, look alive. Position, attitude. We should call this an Ingmar Bergman medley. Actually, it's full of Sturm und Drang. He gets a big money and he goes downtown, where everyone's his boss, and he's lost in an angry land. He's I call him Mr. Pollock. Bye-bye, baby. But then he comes up down each evening